Chapter 1, video response. Number 1 asks, consider three of the major forces in psychology: behaviorism, psychoanalysis, and humanistic psychology. Which appeals to you the most, and which least, and why? The major force in psychology that appeals to me most is a psychoanalysis. The reason for this decision is a large amount still not known about the brain, but with major strides forward, we have been able to diagnose diseases and take a look at how the brain reacts to different stimuli and health issues. The book mentioned a great analogy of mental life being like an iceberg. This sat well with me. The smallest visible part of the iceberg represents the conscious mental experience of the individual, but underwater, hidden from view, floats a vast store of unconscious impulses, wishes, and desires. Psychoanalysis is also considered by the practitioners to be more thorough and enduring. It spends a great deal of time on exploring the client's past, uses the technique of free association, saying whatever comes to mind without censorship, and is supposed to raise the unconscious content of the mind to consciousness, providing the client with more control over his or her life. The major force that appeals least to me would be the behaviorism psychology. Behaviorists tend to focus on the external behavior of people while disregarding the internal functions which produce the behavior. To me, we need to focus on both aspects. We need to analyze external behavior, of course, but we also need to continually analyze the workings of the mind and the predictive quality that emanates from this understanding. Question number 2 asks, suppose you hear on the news that a researcher claims to have proven that daycare is harmful to infants. How would you use what you've learned in this chapter about research methods to evaluate this statement? First, being a critical thinker, I would obviously suspend judgment of the statement until I found hard evidence or facts to support such a claim. I would go to that person who claimed daycare is harmful to children or infants and ask for his evidence of this. After being presented with all or if any evidence, I would question in the manner how he obtained this evidence. Was it factual, survey, personal experience, or observational? I would then evaluate all these findings before coming to a final conclusion and thought on the matter before actually taking action. And question 3 asks, if you became a psychologist, in which area, developmental, educational, clinical, counseling, social, and so on, would you specialize and why? My answer would be I would definitely want to work in the clinical psychologist area due to the overwhelming responses from individuals that I've come in contact with suffering from PTSD. This falls into the clinical area, and I would love to learn more about the PTSD and other disorders such as phobias, schizophrenia, and anxieties. Thank you.